That's a damn good team that we played on the other side of the net, and you know, we we pushed and got over the finish line there in that first set, and I thought I thought our maturity was on display tonight, and our grittiness. They were putting a ton of balls on Lola, and I thought she did. Both of our freshmen that played really really well tonight, and that was. I thought that was probably Charlie's finest match. When you have your lowest hitting percentage out of any of your hitters at 375. I mean, against a defense like that, there's some things that are happening. Number one, we're controlling the ball, which I thought we did a very good job with that. The decision making was. At the setting position was fantastic. Other people stepped in when we were out of system and put up really good balls. And our hitters were aggressive when they needed to be aggressive and patient when the situation called. And so team played well tonight.
For Sarah, Cece, and Anna, just share with us what was it like for you all out there tonight or this afternoon, undefeated team, big TV audience. What was it like to kind of put together this kind of performance?
It was so much fun. I think we were all kind of dominated by joy in this game and just really finding things that were clicking and just trying to find that over and over and over again. And it was really a blast to be out there.
I would say we had a big emphasis on looking towards each other, and I feel like when we do that and everything kind of flows, that's when the fun just becomes insane. And then, of course, the energy from the fans in the field house as well, that just adds to it.
The fans in there were on fire. The energy that's what college sports is all about is what that was out there. You're also looking at a three-set match where we had 3 attack errors as a team. I mean, that's I'm not sure if any of my teams. I'd have to go back a long ways, but I can't imagine there's a team that's had less than that or even that many. That's and against one of the top 5 teams in the country, and you're not getting blocked, and you're hitting 3 balls out of bounds. That's putting pressure on an opponent, and I thought that's what we did from the very beginning all the way through. Is we just continue to put pressure.
Follow up on that for Sarah and Anna. The 3 hitting errors, and Anna, you got one reaching over the net, so that's really 2 hitting errors. And what does that tell you? Is that I see you looking at each other when you hear that.
I got a little excited on that one. That's my bad.
I think it's just something that when you're in the game, you don't really notice or you don't really think about that. It's just kind of being able to play free and being able to kind of play for your teammates. So just being able to stack good, I think, was kind of a focus there, and continuing to do that just kind of led to that. But I didn't even know that until he said that. So
Yeah, exactly what she said.
The flip side, Merzick, who they rely on heavily, was basically shut down, and then I know they switched her around in the third set a little bit. For Anna and Cece, you were facing her a little bit. What was the emphasis in trying to hold her in check?
Yeah, I think a big thing about us dominating that today is just communicating before plays, during plays, and after plays. And I feel like we emphasize in the middle a lot with dropping our left hand. She really likes to hit that undershot and just closing that seam. And Anna does a great job of setting the block, so it makes my job easy.
I would say closing it is huge, but going into the match, we knew that she was going to be a big player for them, and we had to be just as dynamic of a blocker as she is an attacker. Otherwise, we would have gotten beat.
Cece, just want to get your thoughts. At the end of the Nebraska match, closing sets was a challenge, and there were some opportunities there that slipped by. Today, you and your teammates wrapped up that first set, and then it just seemed to the match took off from there. Was there any, I don't know, did you get any sense of, I don't know if relief is the right word, or just a boost from being able to close out that
Yeah.
tight set?
I don't know if I would describe it as relief. I feel like we went into the match with nothing to lose. And like Sarah said, we played with so much joy that I didn't ever feel like the match was as close as it was. Because I don't think none of us are looking at the score. We're going based off feeling and communication. And so I think that's it.
That same point, Kelly, you did have, it looks easy in the end, but you had a relatively big lead in the middle of that set, and they made a run at you and pulled even. To pull that set out, what do you think that did for your team? And also that last challenge on the last play, was that a net, or were they?
Can we not just feel good about it here?
Yeah.
You call her out on her reaching over and now this.
That's the good thing.
Yeah, it's
You made the plays you needed at that point, which hasn't been the case.
No, I'm just busting your chops. It's a. Yeah, I mean it's look. It was two elite teams that were kind of going at it in that first set. It was back and forth. It was kind of amazing that it was as close as what it was in the first set, because I think we out-hit them by about 200 points. I think we had two service errors, and it might have gotten aced once or twice, but we didn't. It's a when you're out hitting somebody by a couple hundred, usually you're not expecting it to go right down the wire, but. But what I really enjoyed is for most of the match that, when there was a service error, we came right back and stuck the pass and a lot of first ball kills. It's when we got aced, they got us. I think we shanked back to back in that first, but from then on, it was if we didn't stick the pass, we were still executing at a really high level out of system and sticking that next pass. We didn't allow them to get on runs. I mean, our side out percentage was really good, and our first ball kill was, off the first pass was good.
Was the challenge, the last point, was the challenge a net, or was it?
Yeah, it was
net.
Cameron Hanna in the net on Devin's slide attack.
Yes.
But then they were going to challenge that Devin was in the net
But no.
on
The
Cameron
second
Hanna's
block.
hit.
Oh, on the first?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
the
First
first
set.
set. Oh,
End of the
we
first
had.
set.
Yeah, we had two different things that I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to call, because there was two things that I could have challenged. I challenged the first rally of that, but
In the
the finishing rally they called us in a net violation, and that was hair. So we were trying to figure out which one we wanted to call. So.
Kelly, your players have mentioned the word joy a couple times. This sport, obviously, there's a lot of pressure. They have a lot of pressure on them. Do you encourage that, just to try to block all that out and just be happy out there as much as possible? Is that a thing?
I mean, it's a game that we're playing, right? And we've got big time competitors, and and you're playing an elite team. If you can't enjoy that match, even when it's going back and forth in that first set, or however it plays out, what would you rather be doing? Even if you end up losing that match, would you rather be sitting at home, eating some chips and watching a matinee? I mean, no. You want to get in there, win or lose. Those are the things that you want to do. And sometimes we forget that it's supposed to be fun. What was that? Tom Hanks that said it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be hard. I don't know. I'm butchering that right now. But yeah, we try to remind ourselves, and they remind me as well. That lighten up, Francis. It's a game. So I think we do a pretty good job of kind of reminding each other why we're going out there and trying to punch somebody in the nose. Let's have fun doing it. And if we get punched in the nose, let's get right back at it. Thank you.